Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be going through the UFC 312 card live. I just dropped my quick picks video, so if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. Now all I got to do is drop a TikTok real quick. I'm live right now going over the entire UFC 312 fight card. Come join and chill. All right, was that cringy, bro? I got to cook up an actual good video. Hold on, let me stand up for this. I'm live right now. Going through the entire UFC 312 fight card. Come join. Ooh. Going through the entire UFC. Okay, sorry. Hold up. All right, I'm back. Lickety split, you heard? All right, let me upload my TikTok real quick, and then I'm going to get right into it. Going through the entire UFC 312 fight card. Come join and say what's up. Going through the entire UFC 312 fight card. Hold on, let me move this. Giving you my picks and predictions for the entire fight card. All right, there we go. Now I'm like officially about to lock in. Slash predictions. All right, there we go. Post that. Crap, I forgot to add my chat into this. Let me add my display capture. Oh, no, that's not what I want to add. Fuck, I added it on accident. All right, there we go. Browser. All right, here we go. Let me add my chat real quick. Crap. Whatever. I'm not adding my chat. Screw it. I'm not. I'm going through the card, and if you wanna chill with your boy, you're more than welcome to. Screw it. Get rid of this thing. Get this thing out of my face. All right, cool. All right, boys. We got the full card predictions. If you guys don't have like the half hour to chill and watch the stream, definitely recommend you check out my predictions video that I just dropped. It's live on my channel right now. But anyways, listen. Dricus Duplessis and Sean Strickland. When I tell you I'm hyped for this fight, when I tell you, a lot of people are going to sit here, they're going to say, oh, well, Sean Strickland, he's the teep god, Dricus Duplessis, this, that. I am going to love watching this fight solely for the fact that Dricus Duplessis is fighting, okay? Solely for the fact that Dricus Duplessis is fighting. And Dricus Duplessis is always fun to watch. Now, who do I think wins this fight? Let me be honest with you guys for a minute. A week ago, I was all over the Sean Strickland side. I really thought to myself, yo, if Sean Strickland can negate Dricus Duplessis' wrestling, if Sean Strickland can keep this fight standing, there is absolutely no way that he loses. There is absolutely no way that he loses, right? I forgot to post my TikTok. Or not TikTok, YouTube short. Sorry. I have like ADHD, so I'm literally all over the place. No, it's not made for kids. Nope, it's not made for kids. UFC predictions. All right, boys, I uploaded that. So now I'm fully locked in. I wish, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to set up YouTube live chat so I can at least, or no, you know what? I'll just pull it up on my phone, whatever. I'm going to just pull it up on my phone. All right. All right, let's get into these predictions, man. Dricus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. Like I said, a few days ago, about a week ago, I would have told you Sean Strickland. I do feel like he's going to negate the wrestling of DDP. I do feel like if it stays standing for the most part, Sean is going to take advantage of it. And, if Sean Strickland can keep wearing that damage like he did that last fight and bust open that eye, I don't know, man. Sean Strickland is going to have a pretty good case to win that belt back. Now, do I think that Dricus Duplessis has improved exponentially? Absolutely. Absolutely. That submission over Israel Adesanya, and yeah, we're all looking at it now. We're saying, oh, well, Imavov knocked him out. Oh, well, Sean Strickland's win looks, pretty good against him now, too. It's like, Dricus still came in and submitted him. Imavov knocked him out in the second round. That was crazy. Ooh, that was crazy. That was mind blown, bro. But anyways, yeah, Dricus Duplessis is gonna find a way to win this match. As much as I want to pick Sean Strickland, and as much as I think that Sean Strickland is going to find a way to negate the wrestling, as much as I think that Sean Strickland is going to jab up Dricus again, take advantage of Dricus, wear a bunch of damage on his face, I am picking Dricus Duplessis to pull through, man. I just think he's gotten better since his last fight. I also do believe that Sean Strickland is pretty, you already know what his game plan is. So unless he comes in and switches up his game plan this fight, which he's not going to, I promise you that, Dricus has been preparing for Sean Strickland's style for who knows how long. He's known he's going to have this rematch. So I think Dricus this time around is going to be a lot more prepared. And when it comes to Dricus Duplessis, he's just the more unorthodox fighter, man. Dricus Duplessis is just the more unorthodox fighter. Yeah, Sean Strickland is very good, and he's very good at what he does specifically, and I think he does it better than DDP. I mean, he's super defensively sound when it comes to the striking, and he will piece you up. But I think DDP just has the plot armor, man. He just has the tune force. DDP is going to find a way to win this fight. So give me Dricus Duplessis. I want to say by decision. I don't think he's going to finish Sean Strickland, but you never know, man. DDP gets good. He gets better every single fight. So, yeah, give me DDP probably by decision, though. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. You know, I went back and forth on this fight, and then I just came to the conclusion Zhang Weili is the champion. Zhang Weili is the champion. She's been more active recently. It just benefits her. She's coming in. It's almost like her home field advantage kind of advantage. I mean, obviously she's not like home field advantage, but Wang Li is the more fresh fighter. She fought more recently. She's been in the game. She's been at the top of the game too. And I think Zhang Weili is just stronger. Now, if Suarez gets this fight on the ground, I'm going to be sweating. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to be sweating if Suarez gets this fight to the ground. But I don't think she will. I think Zhang Weili, she may take her down, control her for a little bit, but I don't see her submitting Zhang Weili. But then, like, it's a coin flip fight, boys. It's a coin flip fight. And honestly, my heart is saying Zhang Weili, and I'm rooting for Zhang Weili, and my brain is saying Zhang Weili, and every little single piece of my body is rooting for Zhang Weili. Nah, I'm going Zhang Weili by decision. She's pulling through. She's pulling through, and she's getting the decision win. And Zhang Weili, and still, baby, and still bring a win back home for the boys. Come on, Tatiana Suarez. Come on, bro. Tatiana Suarez, get out of here. Oop. Now we're getting to the cooking. Now we are getting to the cooking. Justin Tafa versus Talison Teixeira. I am going with Talison Teixeira, bro. He's 6'7". He's a mythical beast, bro. And he's going to knock out Justin Tafa in the first round. I don't see this fight going any other way, except if it goes out of the second round, Talison is losing, bro. But listen, Talison seems like a beast, bro. He seems like the kind of guy to just come in here and chin a Tafa. And I don't know, we'll see when it happens. If it does, if Justin Tafa can use his veteran savvy, he will definitely be pulling a win out of his pocket. You know, he's going to snag a win from Talison. But there's something about Talison and being 6'7" and being a heavyweight, having fight-ending power. He's pretty quick too. So debut though in the UFC. That's the only thing that sucks is this guy's a debutant. And for some reason, I just feel a veteran savvy performance coming in from Justin Tafa now. Oh, it's like tingling up in my brain. I'm going to stick with my pick though, Talison Teixeira. I'm literally sticking with it. I'm not pick flipping this. I feel like the 6'7" monster is going to come in. And he's just going to knock out Justin Tafa in a few minutes. Give me Talison Teixeira by knockout, bro. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. Guys, I am going with Jimmy Crute, bro. I'm going with Jimmy Crute. I feel like Jimmy Crute can go in. He can take Rodolfo Bellato down, control him, maybe snag a round. Maybe another round comes around. He gives it up to Rodolfo because Rodolfo's got very good pressure. And if he can keep Jimmy on the back foot and maybe threaten with some knees or something, Jimmy might not be shooting no more. You guys remember when Gilbert Burns shot in on Jack Della and Jack just landed like the most perfect knee? Sat him right down on his butt, bro. So Jimmy Crute has to definitely be careful because Bellato is a pretty good striker, and if he can throw a nasty knee while Jimmy Crute's coming in, the fight's going to be over. But I do believe that Jimmy Crute is going to come in. I do believe that he's going to be able to take Rodolfo Bellato down, and I do feel like Jimmy Crute is going to pull through. I was originally saying he was going to finish Rodolfo, but I think he's going to take it to a decision win and just beat him on the scorecards. Probably a 29-28 unanimous, all three judges. So yeah, give me Jimmy Crute by decision, bro. Jimmy Crute by decision. Jake Matthews and Francisco Prado. Jake Matthews, in my opinion, is going to come in and just out-savvy Francisco Prado. Francisco's still young. This is like his third or fourth fight in the UFC, but I mean, I think he's like 23 or something. He's super young, bro. And the youngins, man, they just don't have the experience. They just don't have that veteran savvy yet. Like, you need a minimum of a few fights in order to get that savviness. And Jake Matthews has that savviness. And I think Jake Matthews can also, just clinch up, chew a little bit of clock, maybe control Prado. Prado is going to have the bigger power, but it's a matter of if he's going to be able to use that power effectively throughout the fight. If he overswings, if he overcommits, Jake Matthews is going to take advantage of that. So I think Jake Matthews is going to pull through, decision win, and beat the youngin in Francisco Prado. Now we are on to the prelims, and the first fight is Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. Oh my God. I kind of hate that I have to pick against Jack Jenkins because I just want the guy to win, man. Ugh. I just want the guy to win. I just want Jack Jenkins to win. And Gabriel Santos is vicious. Gabriel Santos is a very good striker. Gabriel Santos is more than likely going to have the advantage when it comes to power. And I don't know if Jack Jenkins is going to be able to outstrike this guy. And I don't see this fight going to the ground. I think both of these guys are going to try and strike. Maybe if they have to panic shoot, potentially. But I think for the most part, there's going to be a striking match. And I hate to say it, but I do think that Gabriel Santos is going to beat Jack Jenkins, bro. I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to finish Jack. He's got some very vicious power and some very, very malicious intent, bro. So give me Gabriel Santos. I don't know if it's going to be like a knockout or like a club and sub, maybe. Like a club and sub is there's potential there, but just give me Gabriel Santos on the cards, bro. Or no, give me Gabriel Santos by knockout, dude. Are you kidding me? On the cards? Get out of here. Give me Gabriel Santos by knockout. I think he's going to knock out Jack Jenkins. Next fight, we got Tom Nolan versus Slavaclaus. Vyacheslav Borshev. Tom Nolan, I think he's going to win this fight, bro. I think Tom Nolan is going to win this fight. And I think he's going to... I mean, Slava Claus could freaking out-veteran savvy Tom Nolan, but I think Tom Nolan's going to pull through. I think he's going to take Slava down. I think he's going to control him, put him into some bad positions. I mean, Tom Nolan is lengthy, and if he can take this fight to the ground and just get like his legs wrapped around Borshev, bro. Borshev is tough, but if Tom Nolan can steal a bad round, control him, threaten some submissions, this is going to be a close fight. And I do believe Tom Nolan's cardio has gotten better since his last few fights. So Borshev, he's veteran savvy. He's very good. He's got good cardio. He will not give up. At times, he doesn't throw as much as you'd like him to, but, you know, I mean, he's very good at keeping composed, using his energy efficiently throughout the fight, and just, you know, being tough, bro. Like, Borshev is tough, bro. That's solely it. So if he can break Tom Nolan, he could easily win this fight. But I think Tom Nolan's going to pull through. I think he's going to win at least the first round, threaten some submissions, and then pull through with like a 29-28 or maybe another split decision for Tom Nolan. You know what I mean? Not another for Tom Nolan, but like in general, another split decision on the scorecard, because I do have one more that I do feel is going to go to split decision. Kong Wang the Joker versus Bruna Brazil. Kong Wang, bro. Kong Wang is going to win this fight. Kong Wang is going to win this fight. And when I tell you the advantage on the feet is not even close, oh my goodness. Kong Wang's advantage is so significant on the feet, but her kryptonite is Brazilians who know jiu-jitsu. And Bruna Brazil happens to be Brazilian and know jiu-jitsu. So it's one of those things where, you know, Kong Wang, I hope she learned a lot from her loss. I think fighters, especially when they're undefeated and they come into the UFC, a lot of fighters, like Peyton Talbot, for example, when they earn their first loss, I feel like their next fight, there's just like significant improvement. And for the most part, that's what happens. Obviously, there's some fighters where, you know, the circumstances like that, and then all of a sudden they come in and they're even worse their next fight, and then you're screaming bust, you're screaming this, you're screaming that, you know, fraud check. But I don't know, it's like you look at these sports books, it's like they hype up all these, you know, athletes, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, they're not as good as, it's like, dude, it's their debut. It's their second fight in the greatest and best organization in mixed martial arts. Like it's a huge jump. You know what I mean? It's a drastic change. So when fighters lose, like, everyone is going to lose. You know what I mean? Like, you have those rare case scenarios with Habib and, you know, Ilia Topuria too. I mean, eventually later on down the road, dude, if you're at that top level, you are going to you're going to take that next step. You're going to challenge yourself. You're going to look to be an underdog. You know what I mean? And then that first loss, there's so much improvement. There's so much. It's almost like when you become champion. You know what I mean? And you, like, the ceiling just gets so much higher, and then all of a sudden, like, you're improving drastically again. It's like you have new goals, you have new ambitions, you have a new level. Like, you've unlocked, you've achieved something completely different on a mental level. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that kind of stuff, fighters, after they take their first loss, can come back looking so much better, so much more composed. There is also that smaller percentage, but it's still a pretty big percentage of fighters that when they take that first loss, it makes them almost hesitant their next fight. You know what I mean? It makes them almost fight in a shell. So that can also happen. Be careful, because that can also happen. Kong Wang can come out and just be like a quarter of herself and not perform even remotely close to the level that she usually can perform to. So be careful with this fight, but I do still believe that Kong Wang is going to come in. She's going to show improvement defensively, especially defensively in the grappling, but just defensively in general, keeping the fight on the feet, keeping her distance, piecing up Bruna Brazil, and like just not doing anything flashy or ridiculous, because I think that was a little bit of an issue too. She was just like in her head, overestimated her opponent. You can't do that in the top organization in the world, bro. You can't. You got to stay composed. You got to be who you truly are. And you got to stay within, some sort of limit. Like even Khamzat Chimaev. You know what I mean? He's running around ragdolling people, but it's like, what happens when he goes up against Dricus Duplessis? You guys really think that Khamzat can just jump across the freaking octagon and like grab DDP and just toss him? No way. No way, bro. There's absolutely no way. So then what? What happens when he faces the adversity of not being able to just throw DDP around? What happens when he burns a quarter of his gas tank almost immediately because DDP just stuffs the absolute crap out of him? You know what I mean? In that first round, like doesn't let him get any takedowns. I'm talking like Khamzat goes like 8-0 for fucking 9 or 0 for 10 or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen, I still got Kong Wang. I still got her by KO, more than likely. But she could win a decision too. Bruna Brazil is tough, but I think Kong Wang's going to find the knockout. I think she's going to be more composed. And I think she's going to, take advantage of specific situations a lot better than she did in her last fight and find a knockout over Bruna Brazil. Colby, slickness, thickness versus Alexandre Topuria. Colby is taking this fight on short notice. Yes, he is Alexander Volkanovski's pupil. Yes, he is very, very good, but Alexandre has been preparing for this moment. He's been training with his champion level brother in Ilia Topuria. And Alexandre, dude, he's just a monster. I mean, if he's even half of what Ilia Topuria is, this guy is going to be a beast, okay? Especially early on in his career in the UFC. I don't think the UFC is going to push him too quick. I think they're going to work him up. I think they're going to give him some favorable matchups because they know, imagine if the UFC had like a brother duo of champions, bro. Imagine Alexandre makes it up to champion, wins, 6-7 fights over the next 2-3 years. Fights, a few top contenders, and he's challenging for the belt while Ilia just won the, lightweight belt or something, and he's been defending it. Like, that'd be sick. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that'd be sick? Maybe. But yeah, give me Alexandre Topuria. Colby thickness, I don't see where he's going to win this fight. Alexandre is very good in the striking. He's also a very strong grappler, wrestler in general. And, yes, Colby trains with the best, but Alexandre trains with the best, and he's prepared. He's been preparing. He's been preparing to fight against Cody Haddon. You know what I mean? Colby is coming in on a 1.5 week notice, maybe 2 week notice. And I don't think that's going to be enough to prepare for someone like Alexandre Topuria. I think you need to sit through. I think you need to actually go through a full camp to prepare for a guy like this. I think he's just going to be too high level for Colby. And I do think I mean, I think Colby's going to be tough. I don't know if Topuria is going to finish him, but Topuria is going to finish Colby. I think it's just going to be too much for Colby, man. Colby is tough. Colby, I hope he gets re-signed, and I hope he gets some favorable matchups, and I hope we get to see like the second fight of this. You know what I mean? That would be sick if they made like a Colby Thickness versus Alexandre Topuria too. Especially if this fight lives up to expectation, because I am super hyped about this fight. But yeah, give me Alexandre Topuria. Cody Steele versus Rong Zhu. I'm going to take Cody Steele in this fight. He looked very good on the Dana White Contender Series, and I think if he can get this fight to the ground in order to utilize his grappling, I think he's going to have a huge advantage over Rong Zhu. Not a huge, but a very big advantage over Rong Zhu. And Cody Steele is a pretty good striker too. I mean, defensively, not as much. Maybe there's potential for Rong Zhu to take advantage of Cody, especially on the feet, or especially, you know, if Cody goes in, shoots a few times, gets tired, Rong Zhu starts jabbing him up, piecing him up. But I just think Cody Steele is going to come in here. I think he's going to impose his will. I think he's going to take Rong Zhu down and at the least, be able to control him for 2 rounds of this fight. I don't think Rong Zhu is going to finish Cody Steele. And unless Cody Steele gasses out, which I don't think he will, I really don't think he will. I think Cody's going to be prepared for this. But if Cody gasses out, that's the only way I see Rong Zhu win this. Rong Zhu's got some veteran savvy experience. I mean, 24-6. That is an insane record. So, you know, that's a lot of fights. So, yeah, give me Cody Steele and give me Cody Steele on the scorecards. I don't think he's going to finish Rong Zhu. Jonathan Mikalev versus Kevin Jousset. I'm going to take Jonathan Mikalev in this fight. I think Jonathan Mikalev is going to display too much pressure for Kevin Jousset. Kevin Jousset is going to want to make this fight at his pace. He's going to want to make it technical. He's going to want to make it a smooth, striking match. Jonathan Mikalev is going to do quite the opposite. He's going to want to get in Kevin's face. He's going to want to get dirty, get super, you know, active, pressure him a lot. So it's really going to be a battle of who's going to be able to impose their style more effectively. And I do lean toward the Jonathan Mikalev style because this guy has relentless pressure, man. Unless you like completely counter him and like counter pressure him essentially, Jonathan Mikalev is going to find a way to break you. And I think he's going to take Kevin to deep waters. I don't think he's going to finish Kevin, but he may. I mean, he may finish Kevin late or decision win for Jonathan Mikalev. So give me Jonathan Mikalev. Let's go for that. Next up, we got my boy Quinlan Sal Kid. Bro, I'm very high on Quinlan Sal Kid. I say it in every video and every prediction that I do of him. Which, by the way, this is the first one. Because he was a Dana White Contender Series winner. But this guy is vicious, bro. Quinlan Sal Kid is vicious. He's very good. Anshul Jubilee. He's also very good. He's super technical. He did kind of like break down essentially. Like Mike Breeden just broke this guy down. He started barking at him, and Jubilee just couldn't handle the pressure. So Quinlan Sal Kid is the type of fighter to put the dog on you, to kind of outdog you, to really, like, Quinlan Sal Kid has malicious intent behind everything he does, bro. That's all I gotta say. Like, Jubilee will outstrike you, he'll out-technique you, you know, he'll obviously want to hurt you, but Jubilee is a lot more technical fighter. Quinlan Sal Kid, I mean, he's super technical, but he's vicious. He's not necessarily reckless, but he's vicious, and he has malicious intent behind everything. So Quinlan Salkid, I do see him finding the finish over Jubilee. I feel like he's just gonna knock him out or TKO him second or third round, I would assume. But yeah, give me Quinlan Salkid by knockout. And then the very first fight of the night, Hyung Sung Park versus Niam Jargle, Tu Men Dembarel. Guys, I am leaning toward Tu Men Dembarel. Okay? Tu Men Dembarel in his last fight was a beast. I mean, not only does this guy have power at flyweight, but he's a very good boxer. He's also pretty sound defensively. He does get hit a little bit, but Park gets hit a lot more, man. And if Park can't stay defensively sound, and if Park can't, stay away from that reach advantage, like if Niam Jargle can come in, just jab up Park, keep his distance, play the outside game, maybe try and throw in a few counters here and there, but for the most part, just not let Park do damage to him and Niam Jargle to just kind of touch up Park, he should win this fight. He should win this fight. If he starts trying to get into a slugfest or, a brawl with Park is going to take full advantage of that. And I do believe Park is going to win the fight for sure if something like that ends up happening. My final pick, though, I think Niam Jargle. I think Niam Jargle is going to pull through. I think he's probably going to win by knockout, honestly. If I had to guess, Niam Jargle is going to find some nice counter shot, drop Park, and just TKO him. Niam Jargle is very good. His boxing is very good. He's got some very good power. And Park, as good as he is, I think he has a little bit of hole in his striking game. And I think Niam Jargle can come in and take advantage of that. So give me Tu Men Dembarel by knockout or decision. I'm leaning toward decision just because they're flyweights, but Niam Jargle is live for a knockout. Guys, that is my full card prediction video live stream. If you enjoyed, scroll down, drop a like, drop a comment if you disagree with any of these fights. Sway me, please sway me, because I don't want to be wrong. I want to be perfect on this card. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. I'm going to be live daily. I'm going to be dropping content daily. For the most part, maybe not on Sundays, but every other day, I'm going to be dropping. And I'm going to be live for the cards. So come on in during the fight companions and we can chill and talk UFC. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.